the show. Hey, I bring you the full dairy farming experience. Now keep in mind, there are a lot of dairy farms, and every dairy farm is uniquely different to each farmer that farms there. But this is the journey of our farm. We can tie up 91 cows here. We farm a bunch of land as well. And lately our latest venture is veal calves. So without further ado, stay tuned. Let's get into the video. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, it's Saturday evening here, and a storm is brewing. So we're gonna get milking in a second, but I took all the top bales off of here. Plus I got a bunch of other straw inside. And my goal right now is to pull this into our heifer barn, keep these bales dry. It's looking like rain. Hey, we got the milking finished off here. I didn't get any of it videoed, but don't worry. We will be videoing a fair bit of it in this video. Tonight's Saturday evening, so I'm gonna go up and we're gonna feed the heifers, make sure they have enough feed for tomorrow. Jake is actually up there cleaning out right now, scraping, so that's a good sign he's out and must be feeling a little bit better. Then we're gonna come back in here and we're gonna scrape the feed up. So this here is oats that we planted last year after our fall wheat was off, and or winter wheat if you want to call it that. We planted it after and then took the oats off for green feed. So this is essentially exactly what we have planted in this field. It's a little wet because as per the usual in the fall, it's really hard to get stuff to dry down later on. So you generally have to deal with it a bit wetter, but it does make great extra feed for the older heifers here. Still actually smells pretty nice though. Scraping out the scrape alley saves me a bit of work. Okay, I'm done feeding them. Jake is getting done scraping out. I gotta finish up the veal calves yet and scrape the feed in, I guess. I'll tell you what, these new veal calves here are looking pretty good and they're eating like crazy. Take it off. Older ones are looking pretty good too. That one there might be looking a bit off. Gotta keep an eye on it. Overall, they're looking good though. Good morning. Time to milk the cows. Looks like we got a fair bit of rain last night. I'm not sure exactly how much. Okay, we're just moving milkers right now to the last section, or as I call the home stretch, and then we're gonna be done with that in a little bit. So people wonder why we put straw in our walkways. Basically, it's for that, it's to bed up. Would I have it that way if it was strictly me farming? I'm not sure. It does make it a lot harder for milking. However, it does make it a lot easier for bedding them. So you take one, you lose one kind of thing. Okay, we still have one milker on over there, but we're gonna start cleaning troughs here while we watch it. Alrighty. The troughs are clean. Time to feed. even though it's not super warm this morning, I mean, it's warm, but it's not hot, I should say. The air is very heavy, I would say, and it's a little stale in the barn this morning compared to some mornings. Okay, cows are fed, and now we have the job of feeding the dry cows some hay yet. And then we are done for the morning and done for the day. We actually got someone to milk tonight. It is Jake's turn, but since he's not feeling well enough, we hired someone to milk tonight, so I get the rest of the day off. There's actually some very nice, decent hay here for the dry cows, so we got that job done. They should have enough to eat here for the day, and we'll see you guys early, bright and early on Monday morning. Said it before, say it again. Don't forget your boots, because yeah, it's gonna be a busy week. So see you then. Okay, so sometimes I hesitate showing you the big mess in the backyard here, but it's not really our problem. We try to keep it as clean as we can, but the cement is chipping out, and it's just so old and brittle, we can hardly clean. We got a water hole here, and we added a bit of gravel there. It's since washed. It's just, honestly, when cement gets this old, it starts breaking out. It's just a pain. It's all got to get re-cemented, but that's expensive, and it's not something that we want to spend money on right now. We're just letting some corn silage down right now to feed we're mixing feed for the milk cows. And we got baleage mixing right now. We'll actually show you. So it's mixing up here. It's gonna take a good 15 minutes yet or so before it's mixed enough. I took some corn out of this bin here this morning to feed to the veal calves, and I noticed something pretty brutal actually. The corn is warm and it's eating, and it's not smelling great. We've been feeding this corn to the milk cows, and it looks okay, so I never thought to smell it really. You know, once you're going into a bin, you don't smell it every day. I was wondering why the feed was smelling a little off. Well, we figured it out. The cows were dropping in milk, we couldn't figure it out. I think that's why. Today we're pulling out of this bin. This corn is much better. I don't know, we're gonna have to try to mix this corn a little bit and try feeding it to the veal calves. I hope it's not the whole bin, because at the beginning of the bin it was fine. It's a little worrisome, but we'll figure it out. We're just, yeah, we're gonna try to fix that situation ASAP. Kids, stay away from those things. Same with that. There's a lot of moving things on a farm. Safety is so important. I don't know, farms are just, there's so many moving things, and the kids are around. So it's important for us as parents, adults, to teach safety to kids, because they don't know unless we tell them. So so eventually here today we're going to be trying to hook this tractor onto the disc spine. I'm not sure if we'll be cutting tomorrow or not. Looking like a small chance of rain. We'll see how it goes. But got to get it hooked on this disc spine regardless. Get that all ready. Dad took a load of barley and we just got one more load to take in, and then that custom job is done. The other loads are sitting under roof right now. Right now we're pulling some straw out of the heifer barn that I have in there. So we got some good news. Jake is milking tonight, so that is a good sign that things are on the up. So that means I can get some other work done. In this wagon, I noticed this dust cover's off, which could possibly be bad for two reasons. One, that off, it can allow dirt to get in there. Bearing might be shot. Number two, it might be a sign the bearing was already shot pushing it off. I don't know. The bearing doesn't look too bad. I don't know. Bearing doesn't look too bad, but definitely no grease in there. So we'll pull it up with the tractor forks, see how she runs. So Jake got a bag of these suckers. They're so disgusting. I don't know how you can like something like this. So I figured since I had the wagon hooked on anyway, I'd bring it straight to the shop, because best case scenario, I'm gonna need to repack the bearing. Worst case scenario, to need new bearings. Either way, I'm gonna want it in the shop, and this will be the pushing job that needs to get done, so I won't need it for anything else before. So we're just gonna throw it straight in the shop, but I'm gonna have to pull the truck out first, I think, because it's kind of full of junk. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Would a Pond Bank Farms sign look good right at the back window here, like on my truck? Okay, so while I'm here, I'm just really curious to see if the bearing's shot or not, or if it's not. I'm guessing it is. That's surprising. I think the bearing's still good, but I guess the question is, we should probably be pulling the bearing out and looking at it a bit better. You can definitely see it's not like packed full of grease like it should be. It's very tempting to just put grease on the outside and try to force it in, but better not. Okay, we're just pulling the straw out right now. We're gonna put it away. Should be dry enough. So this morning, Jake actually took, I had the straw inside, he took it out because he had to get to behind, it was kind of in front of the heifers a little bit here. So he took it out, and then it rained a little bit this morning, but not too much. And now the sun's been out for a bit, so I'm gonna put it away. I think it's dry enough. So, before we use the skid steer to unload the straw, we have to grease it because it was squeaking, and then that's exactly when you know it's time to grease something. So here's a little fun fact. We owned this farm before we owned my farm, before we had the shop and all that. So when we started farming here for the first, I don't know, 3-4 years, I had set up my shop in here. So obviously in the winter, I still did a fair bit of work in here, but you'd have to dress up and dress warm. But my workbench, I had made a workbench with planks and skids. I had it set up right there. And I did a lot of work in here. All the oil changes, everything that happened, I had everything set up in here. And honestly, I love my shop now and I wouldn't trade it. Those were kind of the good old days. The barn up here is almost full enough. Now it's not completely full. And yes, from this angle you can really see that corner is starting to go down in the wagon. I'm not sure why, but we gotta get that looked at soon. And the reason I'm not filling it all the way up is because I want to get underneath the wagon cleaned out from this side before we put bales in there. So we're gonna actually switch over what we're doing, and we're gonna start filling up the coverall. Okay, the filling of the coverall has started. We got the wagons emptied. Night night. Well guys, that is gonna about conclude my evening here. Wrapping up for the evening here. Thank you so much for watching. That'll be the end of this video. In the next video, we got a lot of exciting things planned, so don't forget to tune in for that. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you for sure won't miss it. If you have friends that like farming videos, please share it, and they can see it as well. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.